Is karma?
If you have a nice sophisticated view of karma, yes. Yeah. There's a lower view of karma, which I don't suspect that's yours. Yeah. Okay, all right. Consequently, it is those who have been arranged by God to rule over others who must distribute what's fitting first to themselves, then to their inferiors. If you there have anything to share, first for yourself, then others beneath you. And what do you do with yourself? Now, this is where he turns it on the individual. All right? Within ourselves, we have an interesting thing that must be put in order, because there's three parts of the soul. Reason, drive, what spirit, our spirited part of our nature, right? Not spiritual, but what drives us, spirited part of our nature, and desires that satisfy ourselves, sometimes called the appetitive, or for our own sustaining appetites or things like that. Right? Okay, watch how he does it now. He's now going to say there's a hierarchy within ourselves: reason, spirited, the appetitive. Their hierarchy, you got to put those, you have to understand those, you have to bring order into those. Well, if you bring order into those, then to that degree, then the system will be harmonious. So the system is harmonious, that's like harmonizing all of this. Oh, then there'll be a corresponding benefit for each level of success in handling those three elements. Watch what he does. Let us define what is proper for reason, for anger, for passion, and let him not judge his own order unjustly, but let his reason, which is higher, govern the inferior things. Let reason there become the judge. Let it become the ruler within yourself. Right? Because, aren't we ashamed when we see reason being treated unjustly by anger and passion, he says? When we arouse an unjust or unholy lack of order? For he who governs himself will govern another. He who governs another will govern a house. He who governs a house can govern a city. He who governs a city can govern a nation. Start at home. Start at home. Start with yourself. Change yourself. Let the changes go from yourself on. Therefore, I'm on 147, define for yourself what is proper for your passion, anger, and reason. If you do that, then you are doing your own thing. So much for me on the subject of knowing and doing one's own thing, or things. What must you do? Put reason in charge, let that rule, put the others in view, put others in order. Therefore, there's a greater imitation, because if you do that, then you are ordering things from this basis. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, it is therefore time for you to seek out. All right, let me change that. He puts it negatively, so I'll put it affirmatively. Therefore, perfect your reason. He's going to conclude in 149. at 1097b. For this reason, an eager desire is roused in us for God, the good, and always to be with the Lord and not to be marked off together with the evil, away from the most just. What must we do? To endure there what is fitting for us of our own natures, the very thing which I fear most, and on account of which I pray to have no share in any evil. Therefore, model oneself after the good. Now, I'm running short of time, so therefore I'm going to jump a bit here and get into 9. All right? He is doing something truly remarkable in 9. What he is attempting to do is to do, let's see if I can sketch it here quick. He's saying, let us study the idea of God. Let's look at the plural, the ideas presented in religious literature. The ideas, figures, forms, images of the divine. He said, let's go through them all. And he's going to say, if we do that, we'll find some that show God to be a drunk, intoxicated, doing all kinds of things in the Bible. He talks about the Song of Solomon. He said, there you have an image of a prostitute. How can that in any way have anything significant to say about what we're talking about? Therefore, what he's going to teach us is how to translate these images and figures, no matter how obscene they may appear, through understanding metaphors and similes, right? Through the study of similes, how to unpack it and understand it on a higher level. That's what he's going to do. That's his goal. Therefore, you don't have to take any theology, any image in the Bible literally. You can then approach it as a system that you can understand. And if we can do that, then we'll be using our mind in understanding Christian religious literature, Jewish religious literature, Hebrew religious literature. We can take it all. We can understand it. We don't have to believe or reject it or accept it. We can understand it. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem, he says. When you have any one of these images, let's take God as a drunk, right? Drunkenness. He said, therefore, what you do is you have all kinds of associations with a drunkard. You have them all in mind. He said, if you want to understand theology, what you have to do is strip yourself from all of these associations and look at that purely. You do that, he says, you know what? You're going to get an insight. That's the first level. For we must, right? Because many people don't believe in the oracles, they don't believe in the divine mysteries, because all the divine mysteries have all of these images and they look terrible. For we contemplate, see, people, not us. We're trying to get out of being people. For we contemplate, right? For people contemplate